Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick video on the basics of using the super cool new tool, Insert Learning, and it's the kind of tool that I'm really excited about, and I think it's about to blow up for us, and it's so easy to use for so many subjects, and there's so many things that you can do. Basically what it allows you to do is take any web page that exists on the internet, and you can make it interactive for your students and allow it to be and add prompts and allowing it to be a learning experience for them. So I've already downloaded my Insert Learning extension from the web store, and I found this article from EdTech, and I want to make it interactive. Then I want to assign it for my students with some questions and some added videos and some added features that I want to customize it for. So I'm just going to click the Insert Learning extension, and you can see that the menu has now started up on the left side of the screen, whereas I have the Insert Learning symbol, which is for when I want to assign it, and I can also highlight some text, insert a sticky note, which will be useful for us because sticky notes can come in the form of text or videos, insert a question, insert a discussion, or a few more options that allow us to really dive into the tool. But we're just going to stick to the basics for now. So if I want my students to pay special attention to something, let's say in the second paragraph here, I'm just going to use my highlighter tool, and now it will highlight for all of them, showing off that they share those common spaces. So then that becomes highlighted, and when I assign it, then all those students will see that highlighting. So that's something that I can do, and I can also enter a comment along with those highlighting. So I can annotate it for my students, and those students then can benefit from whatever I want to show to them. If it's something a little bit more in a long form, I can also insert a sticky note, and Insert Learning recognizes everything as a paragraph, or I think that I can even just highlight a specific part of that paragraph and then they'll see that, but it will always come after the paragraph. So it recognizes the paragraph and always comes after. So in doing that, I can add a special message that I want my students to see. Or what's even more useful, I think, for me, is that you can just click right here and the pop-up is blocked, so I will allow that, and that's good troubleshooting. If you're in that situation where you click it, nothing happens, just remember to unblock that pop-up. And now I can also record myself in creating this video. So if I want to have some sort of added video in there, I can also do that and have that option. Or if I use a link to a YouTube video, then I can also put in that link and it will recognize it and embed that video. Now let's make it a little bit more two-sided instead of just sort of teacher-driven. Let's say I want to add a question in there. So I'm going to insert a question. And again, it recognizes it as paragraph. So if I want to insert a question after this particular paragraph, I can ask a question. And then once I create it, now it's very easy. I'll be able to view those responses that the students have, and I will be able to insert whichever type of question I might choose to, and see the responses of those. I can also add insert a discussion. And so a discussion topic, might be a good facilitation tool if you want your students to discuss something that was in a previous paragraph. Or I see a lot of students putting this at the end of the entire article, so it can kind of be a discussion that happens at the end after dealing with the whole thing. And after you set your classes up, which will be in future videos, you can set it up to have it be between all your classes, or you can keep it specific to your to that particular section of your class. So in future videos, we'll talk about how to grade from this and see all the students' responses. But just in terms of assigning it to students in the back end, you can click the Insert Learning symbol on the side, and the button is right there for you to share to your Google Classroom, or you can assign it and have your students right in there after you set up classes. So it's very easy, and it actually really helps out the workflow of assigning it to students, and then you'll be able to see all their responses all at once. So stay tuned, but that's the basics of a great new tool, Insert Learning.